Sanhedrin Daf Nun Het Amud Aleph. Today's daf is sponsored by Zach Ben Zach and the Refuah Shlema Yitzhak Ben Salha. 21 lines down. I'm on more. We're going to explain the Pesukim according to Rabbi Eisen and Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Eisen and Rabbi Eisen held Aviv. When it says Aviv, it refers to Ahot Aviv. It refers to that you can't Ben Noach cannot have relations with his sister of his father. The Gemara says Emma Aviv maybe is referring to the actual father. The Gemara says no. I know Vidavak below Zachar. The pasuk that says Vidavak means a regular marriage, which excludes male. The Gemara says Emma Eshet Aviv maybe refers to his father's wife, not the sister. We already know that from you can't marry the friend, your wife of your friend. Mara says Imad Ahmita maybe refers to your father's wife after he died. They're not married anymore. Mara says Dumiyad Imama Imod Lav Yeshut. Half of Lav Yeshut. We say just like his mother doesn't have to. Pasuk says his mother, which does not necessarily refer to marriage because we don't really hold of the Ben Noah having marriage. So too, when it says his father doesn't have to be someone married to his father, it could be his sister. Immo Ahotimo. When it says he says Immo, there is the sister's mother. When it says Immo, Mashmi is referring to his sister, his actual mother. Already exclude that from the wife of your friend. Maybe after his father died, the husband, his stepfather died. The Gemara says, same concept, just as like a father, not including his actual father, just over, he's not his actual mother. Rabbi Akiva, according to Rabbi Akiva, Aviv Eshet Aviv, and says Aviv is referring to the wife of his father. Maybe Aviv is referring to his father. The Hanu Devak V'Lo Zachar, we already excluded the male from the pasuk. Person that Yachi Eshet Aviv Nami, Hanu Be'ishto V'Lo B'Shet Aviv. So how they tell me the father's wife also? You already know from you can't marry someone else's wife. The Gemara says La Hamita is referring to after his father's death. Then you still can't have relations with that with the wife. Imo refers to his mother, actual mother. Gemara says Hanu Be'ishto V'Lo B'Shet Aviv. Another. It's not. It's already included because he can't marry someone else's wife. So why do you need the case of his mom? Gemara says, interesting. A person can't have relations. Ben Noach can have relations with his mother, who not only did not marry the father, who not only did not have consensual relations with the father, but even if he came about through the crime of rape, then even that is considered he can't be with his mother. Okay, but my committee was not holding Rabbi Elazar and Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Elazar holds Aviv Dumen Aviv Imo. Sorry, Aviv is similar to the father, is similar to the mother. But in Imo Dumen Aviv, and also mother is referring to the father. Is not is meaning the actual pasuk says father mother doesn't actually mean the actual parents because you don't need that. It's already covered by other Isurim. Therefore, it has to be talking about the sister of the father and mother. The Gemara says, Rabbi Akiva holds, it's rather makes sense to do the wife of the father, the Ikra Emat Aviv, because that's actual the privacy of the father, which the Pasuk says. That's not included the sister of the father. Because she's just considered relative. And she's not considered the privacy. Privacy, nakedness, literally the Pasuk means, it refers to someone who lived with them. Okay. Tashma bring a proof. Amram took his aunt for a wife. My lad sounds like he married his aunt from his father. But we know that's sort. The Gemara says no. Lo, the Tamina Avs from his father, which is a mutar to a Noach. Tashma v'gam omna hoti bataviyahi la'achlo bat me. Mikla debata em asura. Sounds like over there when Abraham said he married Sarah. He said she's the daughter of my father, but not my mother. Sounds like he's saying that the mother will be asur. The Gemara says no. Tizbra ahota have it. He said sister, but it's not actual sister. But ahira, he was actually the niece of through the brother. The came in the Achi, since that's the case, Lo Shnam and Ab doesn't make a difference which parent it came from. Shaya is mutar, niece is mutar. The Hidush is telling us follows. I'm related to her from my father's side. I'm not related to her through my mother's side. That's right. How come Adam did not marry his daughter if he's not married? If Ben Noach allowed to marry his sister? The reason is because Cain can marry his sister. A world will be built with kindness. So the only reason why Adam did not marry his own daughter is because Cain needed a spouse. And the world has to be created through kindness. And therefore he didn't take away his son's spouse. Sounds like without that reason, Asira would be Asur for Cain to marry his sister. So maybe you should always be Asur. The Gemara says no. Kevin Ishti. Once Cain was allowed to marry his sister, it's always allowed for Ben Noach. Okay, Amar Vuna Kuti Mutar Bito. Ikuti can marry his daughter. But in Tamar, but before the same opinion, Melona saw Adam Bito that how come Adam did not marry his daughter? Because she said Cain Mishum Olam Chazabena because Cain should able to marry his sister because we needed to build the world. Because I'm a different version of this, how this went down. Maravuna Kuti Asurbi is Bito. Akuti can marry his daughter. And how do you know that? Shalona Salamito because Adam did not marry his daughter. Now the Gemara says the other thing just now in Answer for her. Wallahi, that's not necessarily true. Hatmar Tama Kadeshi Sakana Hotomishim Dulum Hasabana. Reason that's not the reason why I did not marry her, is because we wanted Kain to have a spouse. Marah is that Evan Mutabi Bito. Evet Kinani is married, able to marry his mother and able to marry his daughter. Yet some Menekla Kuti, because once he becomes an Evet Kinani, he's no longer a Kuti. He's still not a Jew. Okay. If a Noach designated a slave, a shivcha, a slave woman for a slave, yani marrying them off, Ubala, then he has relations with her himself, and Heragala is executed. Meimat, once she considered a married slash slave woman for the slave, once they people call her this slave woman of so and so, then that's considered like their marriage. When is she allowed to be mutar to marry somebody else? When she uncovers her head. You see from here, married women used to uncover her head. That was a sign. They used to leave their head covered rather. So therefore, she would be married to the slave when her hair was covered, and she would show that she's not married by uncovering her hair. Okay. Ben Noach with his wife unnaturally. Hayav is Hayav Mita. Shenemar Vidavak, Vlosh Lugada, was to be with his wife, and not on that. The Gemara says, not Maraba, Mika, immediately said, Lo Hayav, Kut Mehayav. Bnei Israel won't get killed for that. Will kill a goy for that. Ella, Maraba, different Hindush. Ben Noach Shabal, Eshet Havirosh Lugada. Ben Noach is with his friend's wife, adultery unnaturally. Patur. Patur. Mind Hashama, why? Because this is with his wife and not his friend's wife. Vidavak, and the pasuk of clinging to your wife, Vlosh Lugada excludes unnatural relations. Marav Hanina Ovid Chavim Sheikah Israel go hit the Jew, Hamitais to death. Shinamar Vayifen Kova Kova Yaliki and Ish Vayachet HaMisri. Moshe killed the guy who was the Egyptian who was hurting the Jew. Whoever hits another Jew's face, he also as if he slapped Hashem. שנאמר מוקש אדם יעלה קודש. Okay, מגביה עבדו שבת סימן. מה יש לקיש המגביה דו החבר אברהם raises his hand to hit him, אף פי שלא יחיקהו, even they didn't hit him, נקרא רשע, he's still called רשע. Right, same as pasuk from Parashat Shemot, I believe. Shemar ve'yomer l'rasha, lama takere aicha. He told the Rasha, why are you hitting your friend? Why are you gonna hit your friend? Moshe asked the people, the Jewish men fighting. And then lama takere. How come I didn't say, why will you hit him? He come in the Rasha to teach you that even though he didn't hit him yet, he's still considered Rasha. Amar bizir amar a person who's going to hit someone else is considered a sinner. Shemar ben lo lakachti l'chazka uktiva tehi hatat narim gelam od. The sins for hitting was very bad. Someone who hits should get his hand cut off. Ravuna cuts that. Ravuna actually sentenced someone to have his hand cut off because he kept hitting people. A person who hits or raises his hand to hit rather, deserves to die. Ownership of land is only given to strong people. A mighty man of earth, because back then they had to really protect their land physically from animals and stuff. Person works hard to make himself a servant to the land. He hustles and works hard. He'll have bread. He'll be successful. If not, he won't be successful. A goy who does not work for an entire day because he kept Shabbat. We know earlier that this warning is enough to put him to death for it. It's not only on Shabbat itself, but even on Monday, if he doesn't work, he doesn't do any melach on that day. If that's the case, that should be part of the Shev Mitzvah Noach. That should be the eighth one. Don't keep Shabbat. True, but the Shev Mitzvah Noach are only mentioning negative commands. Don't do A, B, C. This is something telling them to actively do melacha. That's not included. Which is why a ger, a would-be ger, a person who's becoming a ger, we actually force them and tell them to do something on Shabbat so that they're not habitat. But regarding making a law and court is actually physically, actively making something, a court, that's counted. I thought we don't count that. The Gemara says, it's included, it's a double-sided. It's go do something, Yani, make sure that there's a court, and also there's also a lotas, which is why it's counted, because it's stopping people from doing bad things, and therefore that's why it's included Shemas and Noach. A guy who's doing his Torah, learning Torah is Hamita. Shneimar Torah tzivalan Moshe morasha. Lanu morasha v'lo lehem. Torah is our inheritance, not them. B'dashav gaminei Shem Mitzvot. How come it's not going to say part of the Shem Mitzvot? Mandam morasha. Of According to the opinion, hold that we read it as Morasha inheritance, Migzal Kakazila, that's considered theft, and they get killed for theft. Mandamar Ma'orasa, according to the opinion, hold that you read it as like an engagement between Bnei Israel and Hashem. Dino Kanaram Norasad is Kila. It's like a person who had adultery with a Naram Norasad, which is Kila. Mention that question he says, how do you know that a Goy who learns Torah is like a Kohen Gadol? Kohen Israel, no, I didn't say he should be like a Kohen Israel. Adam, the man. How do you think a person who learns Torah, even a Goy learns Torah, is like Kohen Gadol? Oh, you said you can't learn Torah. Gemara says no. When he's learning the Torah of the halachot of the 7 Mitzvot Ben Noach, it's considered like a Kohen Gadol. Imagine us who are not Goyim, who are learning more than just 7 Mitzvot Ben Noach. Imagine what we are considered.